It's week 10 of the National Football League, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Hawks coming up.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Smith. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
That's how you pick up a 1st down. You know where the sticks are, you know where the 1st down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week, he was dominant. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 46 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Robinson up the middle. He'll take it inside the 25. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now the try here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 118 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson again. And this time he is in for a Falcon touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 156 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now second and goal. Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We begin in the NFC. New Orleans heading up to Levi Stadium to take on San Francisco. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Spencer Rattler throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in the victory. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Algier, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll try to run with Algier. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Geno now to throw. Escaping the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. Handful of carries last time out there. Finished it off, Charles, with a short touchdown run.
Yeah, and that's pretty nice for him to be able to do that because normally where they were on the field, it's going to take some muscle to get in there, right? It's going to take some power because things are so stacked up, well blocked, and he was able to get into the end zone somewhat safely.
Yeah, that's the thing. Several of those carries last drive, he had some good holes, some good options. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Algier with another carry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Coup for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown.
Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Ready.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, we go, Salon. Come on, shot.
Throwing is Smith. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Come on, shot.
Here's Smith. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points, down by 4 touchdowns, haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
That one out wide and intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Taken down for the fifth time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Smith. And Walker has it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Robinson with another carry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
Bradley Pinion sets your kickoff.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And
oh, it's out. Smith lost it, and the Falcons grab it. They find some open field here. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Bradley Pinion sets your kickoff.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for Smith. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 43. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Falcon football. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep. So for Atlanta, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.